What's up guys, Clouded Journey here, and this is going to be a two-parter contest entry video. I love doing contest entry videos because it just gives me a chance to talk about different comics, different types of things, answer questions. I get really busy and I have a lot going on in my life, so it's hard for me to sort of plan videos and things like that, so I generally end up just doing haul videos all the time, and I like to do more than that and talk more about comics because when I collect, it's more than just getting the next best thing. So these kind of videos are really great because it gives us a chance to sort of answer different questions and look at different parts of our collection, things like that. So this is going to be for Rays Fan and Tom Ryan. So they both have contests going on right now. Congratulations to both you guys. It's really awesome. You guys make great videos. Keep it up. Tom Ryan, he came on the scene around the same time as myself, I think. And what I remember about him was he was one of the first guys to really push trades and stuff like that and getting the community trading comics and passing stuff around. And we did that before, but he really stepped up. And I remember he used to at least have lots of those kind of videos and stuff. So that was always cool. And Rays Fan, just great collection. We like a lot of the same stuff. He's more Marvel than DC. He does like a bit of both, but whenever he shows off his videos, I like watching them because he just likes the same stuff I do. So when he finds something different or something new, it's always stuff I tend to be interested in. So great job. Congratulations on the subs, guys. And let's just get into it here. First of all, let's start with Rays Fan. So he had 4 questions. First of all was, what is the first comic I bought for myself? So this is it right here. Classic sort of 90s crap stuff. But this is Venom, Knights of Vengeance Part 1. So I bought this, I must have been, when did this come out? Like August 1st, 94 or something? I must have been somewhere between like 10 and 12 or something when I bought this. And I just remember I was a big fan of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon show. I would wait all week for it. If it was a rerun, I would be so upset. Wake up Saturday morning at 6 a.m. and just kill time until 9 o'clock on Fox when it came on. That's all I really cared about. So I was just huge into Spider-Man. I loved Venom from that series and everything. So I saw this in the 7-Eleven. We had a 7-Eleven right around the corner of our house. And I was notoriously bad with my money as a kid. I'd get any money, it was gone. We'd go to 7-Eleven, we'd go wherever, and I'd buy Slurpees and candy and chocolate bars and stuff. So we did have the occasional comics there, and I'd always look at them, but they were just too much for me. I could buy like $1 worth of candy or buy a $2 or $3 comic. It was just a lot. But when I saw this, the foil cover, it was a Venom #1. I totally bought into all that 90s hype and was so into that. So you can see there's a lot of ticks and stuff because I read the crap out of this comic. And actually recently, probably like 8 or 9 years ago, not that recently, I guess, but when I was in college, I found a comic store and I found the last 3 issues of this, so I was finally able to read that whole run because I always read the first part of this. It's Venom with Vengeance, who's kind of like Ghost Rider, and I was able to finish the story. So it's not the greatest story, but a lot of fun, and I loved it as a kid. And it was the first time I read a comic with it has like the not the newsprint paper. What do you call the stuff they have now? It's like the shiny paper, magazine style paper. So I remember just being like blown away with how awesome this was. And you know, there's so much hate on the 90s, but there was a lot of, that was really cool stuff that they did. Like the paper quality stepped up, the artist quality, like the detail in it and everything really stepped up. I think there was a lot of good that came out of the 90s. It was just so much sort of shallow writing and stuff like that sort of led to all the crap that they have and just overproduction. And there's a lot of sort of similarities now, I find, with Marvel and sort of constant reboots and always worrying about this month's sales, that they aren't concerned enough about their legacy and down the line what this is all going to kind of mean. But besides that rant, this was the first book. And more recently, since I started collecting comics again, this was the first sort of major comic I bought. I bought Deadpool, first appearance Deadpool. I think I spent $80 on it, and it was like, for me, that was a huge purchase. I've recently CBC-s'd this myself, so I bought a raw copy of this, and yeah, still quite happy with it. But that sort of kicked off this buying more expensive comics and kind of becoming more of a serious collector. So number 2, why do you collect comics? I don't know why I collect comics. I got married and I had kids. And when that happens, your life sort of slows down. Well, it doesn't, it ramps up, but you're sort of more tied down a lot. So I always love fantasy, otherworldly type stuff, fantastic stories, science fiction, superheroes. I love all that stuff. I love reading those stories and getting into those characters and looking at what life would be like with those powers and how different characters deal with that and everything. So I love the writing ultimately. But since I've been sort of married and had kids, I needed hobbies that I can do from home. So I can buy comics, I can research them online, I can read them at home, I can reread them, all that. I can bag and board and do all this stuff. I can watch guys on YouTube. So I think that's a big reason why I got really serious into collecting more lately. Because I used to travel and everything all the time, and I'd spent all my money on that stuff. So it's also like I like the hustle. I love thrift stores and things like that, and going and doing the hunt and getting out in the world. And it's just for me, it's a cheap hobby for the most part, because most of my money is spent on dollar issues and things like that. And there's just a lot of entertainment, and it's sort of I also, for back issues and stuff, I love the history of it. I love seeing how sort of cultures reflected throughout history within comics themselves, whether it's like directly, like seeing presidents featured in comics, or just seeing the culture at the time with things like drug issues you see in some of these in some comics and things like that. So I love the history. I love the artwork. I love the different styles. I love the community, the YouTube community, all that. And I love the hunt, I guess, and I love the stories and the art. So I just love everything about it. Okay, top artists for the decade. Shoot, I should have thought about this more ahead of time. Okay, let's go 50s, 60s. I think you got to go Steve Ditko. 70s. Oh, who would have been 70s? I'm going to say Steranko. 80s. Frank Miller or Todd McFarlane. For me, probably more McFarlane. 90s. Yeah, you could say Rob Liefeld. I think that's what you said in yours. That's sort of the first thing that comes to mind, I guess, which was the question. But I prefer maybe like Jim Lee, I think. 2000s? Ooh, what came out in the 2000s? Again, you could say Jim Lee with some of the Batman stuff he did. Oh, maybe Steve McNiven for like the first generation, I'll say. He was pretty big time. Old Man Logan and stuff. I think that was 2000s. And for more recently, like the last 5 years, this decade, it's probably yet to be seen. For me, I really like Fiona Staples, but she's not featured that much. Yeah, I can't think of it. I don't know. Sorry, man. Okay, I'm picking a number from 1 to 100. You're going to pick a random one. I'm going with 78. I'm guessing 78. So, okay, going on to Tom Ryan. Okay, like the video. I think I've done that. I'll go check if I haven't. How many long boxes and short boxes? So, I'm just going to add in some footage over here. So, I have here 4 short boxes in this thing, and I have 2 stacked here, and then in this trunk here there's 1 long box, but then I also, in this bedroom of mine, sort of stuck in the back here, I have diaper boxes and booze boxes with a bunch of stuff. I got a basket in here. I really need to buy some more stuff and get some more shelving. We've been like on the brink of moving for like a year, and it's just not happening. So I haven't been able to buy any more shelving or anything. I really should just get off my butt and do it, but we haven't bought any more shelving, so I have nowhere to put any long boxes or short boxes. I don't really want to stack them all up, so it's just sort of been shifting and moving stuff around. I also have a whole bunch of random stuff in these cupboards here that I'm showing you. There's a whole run of Spawn there, and just stuff I don't have a specific place for. I would love to sit down and reorganize everything, get it nice and clean. You guys ever watch Joaquin Comic Center? That guy, friggin' his stuff looks so good. Like, I think his dad probably works for IKEA or something, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to organizing his shit. It looks so good. All right, so what's the other one? Short or long videos? Again, it depends on who's doing it. For the most part, I like 10 to 15 minute videos. As soon as it's over 20, it's not that I don't like them, it's just I tend not to click on them because I'm always trying to fit them in here or there. That said, my phone, I have like Bluetooth in my car, so when I'm driving to work sometimes, I like to put on longer videos, more just to listen to. So I'll find guys like ETA Nick or Sleepy Reader or whatever, just talking about books where I don't necessarily have to see the video. If it's like a haul video though, depending on what it is, I like 10 to 15 minutes, I guess. I just don't like it when it's slow and sort of you're waiting for long sort of pauses as people try to think of what they want to say. Modern comics or back issues, what would I choose? I think I got to go with back issues. I do like picking up my weekly books. It's a highlight of my week. But I'm also often frustrated with modern stuff too. And I'm like, I buy it and then I'm like, why? I have nowhere to put this stuff. I like it, but not enough that I really want to keep it all. And I like the idea of getting trade paperbacks and things like that. So I think I'm going to go with back issues just because there's a lot of really good stuff. You can get back issues for cheap and great stories. I have a huge run of Avengers I've got lately that I've been working through, the Bendis Avengers. It's really good. And I got them all for like $1 each or less, I think. So, going to go with back issues. Even though you need modern stuff to keep the industry going and things. And there is a lot of great stuff coming out. So it's a hard for me to say, but ultimately I'd say back issues. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Congratulations, everybody, on the contest. If I win, I don't even really care that much about the prizes. You can feel free to pull another name and give it to somebody else. I just like the idea of sharing your guys' channels and everything and making a different type of video. So thanks so much, guys, and we'll catch you later. Bye.